It is 10:47 on a Sunday night, and the ordinary investor has 12 tabs open. One tab is a market recap. Another is a company earnings call. There is a half-finished spreadsheet, a podcast paused at the boring part, and a note that just says, "Look into this before Monday." If you invest, even casually, you know the feeling. The problem is no longer access to information. It is that information arrives faster than your attention can process it. So here's the question. What if 7 AI tools could save you hours every week? Quick disclaimer before we touch anything financial. This video is for education only. It is not investment advice, and it is not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. AI tools can be wrong. Treat them like research assistants, not fortune tellers. First, ChatGPT. For investors, ChatGPT is the generalist. It can explain an earnings report, turn a messy transcript into a checklist, compare 2 ETFs at a high level, or help you build a research process. My favorite use case is simple. Paste in your notes and ask, "What questions am I not asking?" That can reveal blind spots. The limitation is obvious. ChatGPT can sound confident when it should be uncertain. Beginners can use it, but they should ask for assumptions and verify facts elsewhere. Second, Claude. I think of Claude as the patient reader in the room. It is especially useful when the material is long. Annual reports, shareholder letters, analyst notes, policy documents. A practical use case. Upload a company's annual report and ask Claude to summarize the business model, then argue against your thesis. That second part matters. Investors do not only need confirmation, they need friction. The limitation is that Claude is not a live market terminal. Beginners can use it, but it shines when you give it strong source material. Third, Perplexity. Perplexity is for fast, source discovery. If a stock drops after earnings, or a regulation headline hits an industry, Perplexity can quickly map the story and point you towards sources. The use case is morning triage. What changed overnight in semiconductor export rules? Or why are European banks moving today? The strength is speed plus citations. The weakness is that citations are not judgment. Beginners should use it, but they should click the sources, not just trust the summary. Fourth, NotebookLM. This one feels underrated. It is not about searching the whole internet. It is about creating a contained research room from your own documents. Imagine dropping in a 10K, 2 earnings transcripts, and your notes. Then you ask, what changed in management's tone? That is useful. The limitation is also the point. It only knows what you give it. If your sources are thin, the output is thin. For beginners, I like it because it trains you to collect evidence before forming an opinion. Fifth, Gamma. Gamma is not really an investing brain. It is a communication tool. But that matters. If you cannot explain your thesis clearly, you may not understand it clearly. A practical use case. Turn research notes into a 5-slide memo for yourself or an investing club. The strength is speed and structure. The weakness is polish. A beautiful deck can make a weak idea feel stronger than it is. Beginners can use Gamma, but the deck is a draft, not a conclusion. Sixth, FinChat, now known to many users as Fiscal.ai. This is the most finance-specific tool here. It is built around fundamentals, transcripts, filings, KPIs, and comparable businesses. The use case is deeper stock research. Ask how margins changed, compare revenue segments, or pull management commentary. The strength is financial context. The limitation is that specialized tools can make data feel more precise than the future really is. Beginners can try it, but accounting basics help. Seventh, TradingView's AI-assisted workflow and automation ecosystem. TradingView is best known for charts, watch lists, screeners, alerts, news, and PineScript. For active investors and traders, the AI angle is less about replacing analysis and more about speeding up chart exploration and monitoring. Use it to build alerts around your own rules, or to see how a strategy would look visually. The weakness is temptation. Charts can become a slot machine for the brain. Beginners can use TradingView, but they should start with observation and alerts, not overconfident systems. The bigger picture is this. AI-assisted investing is becoming normal, not because AI knows the future, but because investing has become a reading, filtering, and synthesis problem. The best investors in 2026 may not be the people who ask AI for hot picks. They may be the people who collaborate with AI thoughtfully, questioning outputs, checking sources, writing assumptions down, and knowing when to stop. That is the human edge, not speed alone. Judgment. So which of these tools would you actually use? ChatGPT for brainstorming, Claude for documents, Perplexity for discovery, NotebookLM for source-based research, Gamma for memos, Fiscal.ai for fundamentals, or TradingView for charts? Drop your answer in the comments. I am genuinely curious which tool feels useful and which one feels overrated.